6:40. Sorry, I'm a little giddy. Birthdays make me giddy. I don't know. It's maybe the ice cream and the cake and the celebration and the gifts and all the books. As a mature reader, blah, 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 blah. Hi, welcome. So, it was my birthday, which is exciting, except for the fact that it's my second quarantine birthday. And I keep joking that next year I'm going to have a major party. I'm going to rent out a ballroom and hire a live band and have an open bar to make up for the last 2 years of birthday and quarantine. Although this year was a bit better, just slightly better, because the stores were open and I received gifts for my birthday, which was really nice. And mostly I received books. So today's video is all about the haul, the birthday book haul. I'm going to call it the birthday book haul. So I'm going to share with you some of the books that I received for my birthday and one book that I bought for myself for my birthday. I bought a few more than that, but I'm only going to talk about one that I bought for myself. The rest were actually two that I bought for myself. The rest were gifts, and yes, it's very exciting. I don't want to make it a TBR for April because I don't think I'm going to read all of these in April, but definitely coming up on the list. And yeah, so very exciting. Happy birthday to me. And let's get into it. So the first book that I want to talk about today is Flight by Olga Tokarczuk. And yeah, I'm really excited to read this because I read Drive Your Plow Over the Bones of the Dead, and I really enjoyed that book. It was a gift at Christmas time, and so I decided to follow up by buying myself a copy of Flights about, what is it about? I don't know. We can read the back cover and it says that it's about something, but I don't know. I don't know what it's about. I'm excited to see what this is about. It's about like traveling and moving through different spaces and time. And yeah, it looks mysterious, but interesting. And if it's anything like her other book, then I will like it. And I think this is the one that won the Nobel. Yeah, this is, I don't know if just that she's the winner. But this book was a national book. It's a bunch of prizes, right? Yeah, I don't know if people out there believe in these prizes, but this won a whole bunch of prizes. The winner of the Man Booker International Prize, winner of the Nobel Prize in Literature. So yeah, I'm going to give it a go. And it's not that I think prizes are super, super important, but I did read her first book and I'm curious about it. And I think she has an interesting perspective and she writes from a different point of view. So we'll see. I like books that provide a commentary on the human experience, and I do think that it's something that she was certainly doing in Drive Your Plow Over the Bones of the Dead. And yeah, in this case, it's about a young man, slowly descends into madness when his wife and child mysteriously vanish during a vacation, and just as suddenly they reappear. And there's a couple different characters. That's just one character, and these different character stories are kind of interwoven. She has kind of sort of there's a spiritual feeling to her writing, just thinking about the human experience as being bigger maybe than what we see or what we interpret it as being. And I'm not sure if that's what this one is about, but I think it might be. It might have some commentary like that. And I'm curious to see. I will get back to everyone after I read it and let you know. And if you've already read Flights, maybe you can elaborate a little bit more on these themes that I'm describing, but I'm intrigued. Oh, tea. Just a minute. Gotta get the tea. I'm back. The tea is brewing. All right, so what's up next? So I have not seen the film of this book, and I have avoided watching the film of this book. I don't know if this happens to some of you, but I definitely try to avoid some films because I know they're based on books and I would like to read the book before I watch the film. If I watch the film, there are some books that films have been made based on that I don't even want to watch the film because the book is so good. So I'm not sure about what people's feelings are on films based on books, and when do you like them and when don't you like them. I think I will read this book and then I will watch the film and then I will consider that commentary because the film was kind of acclaimed and well liked. The book that I'm referring to is Call Me By Your Name, which I've been wanting to read for a little while, and it was a gift for me for my birthday, and I'm very happy to have received it. It's funny because there are so many times when I went into bookstores right before my birthday, and I did break down one day and bought myself books, which I have a couple in my pile here. I really tried not to buy too many books. And I remember passing this book and thinking, oh, I really want that book, but I'm not going to buy it today. And then it was given to me as a gift, and it's wonderful. So I'm very excited to read this. A love story. And I've heard that it's just really touching, and recklessly the two verge toward the one thing both fear they may never truly find again: total intimacy. I mean, it's kind of cheesy, I guess, but I think they're trying to express a very passionate love story, which I'm looking forward to reading. I'm excited to read it. I don't know. I guess this is what you do in these videos where you did a book haul and you're just really excited to read books and you can't even really quite explain why. But you just have a feeling they're going to be good. Either they've been recommended by other people, or you think the topic is explored in a way that's really meaningful. I don't know. There's all kinds of different reasons why we read different books, right? Or why we're excited about certain books. Okay, so this is a book that I bought for myself simply because I don't know that anyone I know would have picked this book up for me. I watched the HBO documentary by Patton Oswalt's late wife, Michelle MacNamara, I'll Be Gone in the Dark. This is about her search for the identity of the Golden State Killer. Well, I don't think he had the name the Golden State Killer. I think she was the one who coined the name the Golden State Killer. Yes, she called him the Golden State Killer. And it's also about, I think it's also kind of autobiographical. Like there's writing about what her experience is like, kind of hunting for this person and following the stories of the people whose lives were affected by what this man did and how he terrorized them. And of course, she died in the process of writing this book, in the process of the making of that documentary. Maybe not in the process of writing the book. I should look that up. I really wanted to read this because in the documentary, watching the documentary makes you really want to read the book, because they're very complimentary about Michelle MacNamara's writing, about her as an empath, how good of a writer she was, as well as being such a good investigator in unraveling this particular case and this set of crimes. And I think it's a good social commentary on why these crimes were not pursued properly at the time. So it fits all the check marks for me in terms of the kind of nonfiction that I like to read. I do like true crime. I like things that are autobiographical or reflective of the person writing. So there's some kind of memoir-like aspects to it. And it's, a mystery. It has a mystery component to it. It has a sleuth component to it that I also really enjoy. So I'm really looking forward to reading this one, and I think it's pretty special. I mean, the circumstances are certainly sad, but I think it's worth reading. Tea. Look at this mug. This is a birthday mug. Isn't it pretty? Love it. It's got tea in it. I do drink coffee as well as tea. So yummy. So on the topic of nonfiction, and I don't know if I have a lot of nonfiction friends out there. Yeah, on the topic of nonfiction, I'm gonna have three more books, another nonfiction. This one is a memoir. It's really sweet. The book is Educated by Tara Westover. I haven't properly introduced myself, and I am planning to do a video, an introduction video soon. Soon is on my to-do list. But for those of you that don't know, I work in education. I'm a teacher. Do I look teacherly? I look teacherly, I think. And so it was really sweet. We have kind of a tradition in our family of writing clues on gifts. I don't think it's unique to our family, but it was really cute. The clue that was written on this gift was a book to make you appreciate your job. For some of us who work in education, it can sometimes be a bit of a thankless job. Being a teacher, you're, putting a lot of energy into our work and sometimes not really being appreciated, or people say negative things about teachers, which is unfortunate. And I'm sure there are some teachers that are better than others. I don't have no idea of what my students would say about me. Some would probably say nice things. Some might say not so nice things. It's very difficult to please everyone. I've been a teacher for a while and I enjoy my job so much. And I think that education is so important. Of course, this would be up my alley. So this is a memoir of Tara Westover, who was in a cult. And it's the story of how, or the lack of education, shaped her circumstances. And a lot of the ways that these cults work is that they cut you off from your family, they cut you off from information, they cut you off from critical thinking. You're not able to think clearly, and so it's easier for you to fall under the spell, of the group, especially if you're very young and you don't have access to the tools to be able to understand what's happening or to question it. You don't have the ability to escape a circumstance like that. So I'm really looking forward to reading it. I'm not sure if I'm giving it a fair summary because I tend not to really read the jackets on the books. I don't know if that's true for other people. I get irritated with them pretty easily, and I tend to read books based on recommendations, or sometimes based on like this, for sure, like the cover attracted me and then I started hearing a little bit more about it. Yeah, the topic just attracted me. The topic of this memoir attracted me, and that's why I'm excited to read this one. So I have 2 more books to share with you. 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. It's it's a story about a woman who is married 7 times in Hollywood. I don't know, when I read the back cover, I did read the back cover of this one because I didn't know anything about it. It made me immediately think of Elizabeth Taylor, and I was like, oh, this has to be based on Elizabeth Taylor. It sounds like Elizabeth Taylor's life. So I guess I will find out if this is sort of based on her life or not. If you know already, maybe make a comment in the comments below. No spoilers, please. But yeah, I'm curious to see. I think it's right up my alley. I love reading about, mysterious people and mysterious lives, especially those that are glamorous. And I love reading a book set in Hollywood. So it'll be fun. And it's also, based in from the 1950s to the 1980s, which is a pretty great era as well to be reading about. So I'm kind of excited to read all the books. Oh my goodness, all the books. I am so excited to read it, especially because I never heard of this book. So, yeah, I know. How could you be a teacher? I'm not an English teacher, by the way, just for your own information. I'm not an English teacher, so that's why I've never heard of these books. I definitely don't teach English. I don't teach literature. So that is a big reason why. So isn't this cool? Look at this cool copy of this book. I think that's the other thing that's really fun about it, is that I like interesting copies of books, and I think this one's especially neat. So this is called The Italian by Ann Radcliffe, and I've never read anything by Ann Radcliffe. I'm a little intimidated to read this because this first edition was published in 1797, and I'm nervous. Like, I'm hoping that the language doesn't intimidate me too much, but I've heard that it's a really, really good story. Like, sort of this book is touted as kind of being the basis of modern day thrillers. So it's a gothic romance, but it's also kind of the basis of a modern day thriller, or touted as that. So, I mean, I'm going to find out. I'm going to find out if it keeps my attention or if it doesn't keep my attention. Yeah, so this is going to be really fun. And I'd never heard of Ann Radcliffe, so I feel like I'm being educated at the same time. So that's great. Cannot wait. So that is my birthday haul. Lucky me, this is my birthday haul. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. If you like this video, click on the like button below. If you didn't like this video, maybe, I don't know, keep it to yourself. And I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much. Bye. How do you say her name? Olga. Never know which side to hold the book on.